Greetings, my name is Brandon White. I am the instructor for ETP 266 Entrepreneurial Finance. Welcome to the course. I look forward to guiding you through the material that I have prepared here. And I hope that by the end of the course, you get a lot out of this course and will be able to use it in furthering your own personal goals, whether it be for starting or taking over your own business. Um, with that, let's jump right in. We're going to go through the Now, you see me here and you'll see more of me later, but with this video, the main goal is to show you instructions of how to view um, the course in Blackboard. Okay, here you see the home page. There will be, we may have time where we have discussions. If so, you will locate those here in this tab. Syllabus and other documents are located in the link here. And as the name of the link implies, you can download a PDF of the syllabus for the semester. Also, you will find in this link a document called the Financial Plan Grading Rubric. The primary project that you will be completing for this course is a financial plan. And if you were in ETP 265, entrepreneurial marketing, you kind of know how this works. If not, what we'll do is we'll be going through course content, and that should lead into the different sections of a overall business plan. We have broken down the parts of the business plan into three major components: the marketing plan, the financial plan, and then the remainder, coupled with those first two, which collectively make up the full financial plan. This course covers the financial plan portion. Quite a number of spreadsheets that will be being covered in this course. And however, don't feel too afraid, worried, concerned about that. We will be going over those. It would be good if you have had some experience with Excel. However, we will be going over those in a fair amount of detail. So that link, the link to the grading rubric, what the grading rubric does is gives you some guidelines for what the expectations are and what the corresponding points assigned to each piece of the financial plan, how you will be scored on each of those. There are two parts. We've broken that down even further. The financial plan, you'll find this in the syllabus. And that is, you will have about midpoint in the semester, or somewhere around week 7 or 8, you will have to submit the draft or the outline for your financial plan. In that, my expectation is to see that you have not only taken the templates that I will provide templates for each of the components of the financial plan, but it's to see at that stage not only that you have taken the templates and acknowledged them, but started to fill in categories that are specific to your particular business. So, whether be it expense items, income source items, sources of capital, you'll see what all these are. There are different inputs into each of the spreadsheets. So at that stage, it's really about seeing that you're making progress towards the category goals, and with maybe a small amount of write-up associated with what your plans are, and what all what all categories are included. So there would be a written portion in addition to the spreadsheet or the numeric portion of this assignment. And then the final project will be just taking that through to completion. Actually, the input of the numbers, as they are applicable to your specific business. Again, if you were in ETP 265, this should be a carryover of some of the information there that you started to gather. If not, it doesn't mean that you'll be at a disadvantage if you didn't take ETP 265. It may be, though, that it may feel like you are starting fresh without some information, and so uh, unfortunately, you'll just have to catch up to speed as quickly as possible. Okay, and in the syllabus, you'll see. I'll go through the syllabus here. Let me get that pulled up. The syllabus contains, of course, information that you need to know about the class, as well as the schedule. And I have here, you see, week one. This would be the way to read this. Week one matches up with. Let's see if I can get back here. I'm sorry. Week one in the syllabus matches up with week one link here in Blackboard. Okay, so then week two would match up with week two, and I have to make it convenient, I've put beginning January 13th. That actually I'll have to change the dates on that. The 6th is, oh no, take that back, the 6th is Monday. So these weeks show, and for week one it shows beginning January 6th. However, of course, as you guys know, classes do not actually start until the 8th, which is a Wednesday. However, the way that I kind of run my classes is that classes begin on Monday. The material for the week will be available at 12 a.m. on Monday morning. I have it set to automatically pop up each morning, or each Monday morning. Week two here, week three. So in order to see what material, what assignments you need to be covering that week, there are some assignments from the textbooks that you have that you purchased. Additionally, there may be videos, and so the videos would be contained in Blackboard. So you would go here to week two, maybe a video, maybe an audio lecture, there may be a PowerPoint, there may be a variety of media type sources that you would need to review in preparation for the topic matter. And you'll see that here. That's in this column, the topic column. It will be covering, for example, balance sheet here in week two next week. Beginning in week three, you'll start having quizzes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there are 14 quizzes, one each week, running through the length of the semester, the end of the semester. They're not difficult. If you have read the textbook material, if you have viewed the videos, the quizzes should be very simple. I honestly, they should be very, very simple. In the past, the only students that have not done well in my courses are those that just simply have not done the work. So I encourage you to stay on top of the work, and you should earn a very good grade for the course. I make the quizzes available at the same time that I make the material available for the week. So, for example, quiz one is going to be due. It's on the material from week number two. Okay, so quiz one will be made available at the same time that this material is made available. Okay, it's due the following week. I put it over in this week because it's due during week three. It's due on Monday. Quizzes are always due on Monday at 1 o'clock. So to detail and review exactly how long you have, the quiz is made available on Monday morning at 12 a.m. It's due, in week two. It's due on Monday of week three at 1 p.m. So you have just slightly over 1 week to finish each quiz. That is ample time to finish a quiz, especially once you see The the level of depth, the quizzes, again, they're not difficult. This, I believe I have these set at 15 questions for each quiz. They're not difficult. They're all multiple choice. Again, if you have read the textbook and viewed videos, then you should be in good shape to make a good grade on each quiz. Okay, so uh, let's see. We actually have. I'm going to have to modify this syllabus. This phase one here. This is incorrect. So I'll be uploading a revised syllabus that talks about the timing of the completion of the different phases of the financial plan. This one here, I'm not going to stop this video, but this one shows a phase one. I've decided to drop a phase one, phase two, and then final, and just have a phase one or phase one, which is the draft or outline, and then have the final. So this will be what you see here. Will, by the time you log in and are viewing this, it will be different. But as you can see, quizzes run throughout. Have chapters in two different books that are required for the course. There's not reading in there. There is not reading from both books in every week. Sometimes there are, sometimes they're not. You'll see here. This is not an error. We've got financial report chapter 2 here, how to read financial report chapter 2 here, how to read financial report chapter 2 here. That is correct, and the reason is because chapter 2 covers balance sheets, income statement, and cash flow statement. And similarly, in entrepreneurial finance book chapter 4, those same topics are covered. Balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement are all covered in entrepreneurial finance chapter 4. So that's the reason that these look almost identical. But we will only be covering the specific topic from those given chapters. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to be aware of from the syllabus. Make sure to read through the description of what is expected for the financial plan. The draft of the financial plan is right at 1/3 of the total points for the final of the financial plan. The financial plan is worth 240 points. The draft of the financial plan is worth 80 points. And so when you are reviewing the grading rubric, there's a column. I'm not going to open it here, but there's a column that matches up with the expectation, and then it has a point value assigned to it. So whatever that point value is, for example, if it were 15 points, for that, the 15 points there is the total points available on the final version of the plan. Again, for the draft is 1/3 of the total value of the final. So if one specific subject is or topic is 15 points in the final, in the draft you can expect that it will be worth 5 points. Okay, and I don't expect it to be fully completed in the draft. That's not what a draft is for. A draft is to see that you are making progress, that you're on your way, and for me to be able to provide you feedback and guidance with enough time for you to be able to not only make changes but also add to the content to make the financial plan the best that it can be. Okay, so that's the way that we will approach the financial plan. I talked about the chapter quizzes, 15 points as you can see here. It talks about the availability, the syllabus does, total number of points available for the semester, and you can see that the quizzes 210 points out of 530. So if you do well, if you attempt and do well at all of the quizzes, you're getting close to 40% of the total number of points available for the entire semester. So that is very important. The syllabus then goes on to talk about how to calculate your grade. Most of you, I'm sure, are very capable of doing that. Policy on class attendance, time commitment. If you have not heard this before, well, I'm sorry if this is the first time that you have heard it. In a typical college course, Students can expect to spend 2 to 3 times as much outside of class studying and doing projects as they do on in-class meeting time. This course meets, and I've got meets in quotation marks because this is an internet-based course, meets 2.5 hours each week. And so therefore you can expect to spend another 5 to 7.5 hours outside of class reading, working on projects, and everything related to that in order to achieve a very high grade. If you do that, you will. I see no reason why you should not be able to get a high grade. Um, the college does have an academic integrity pledge. You should read that and be aware of that. Additionally, I will post in a separate link a document that talks about web netiquette, netiquette, netiquette. If you've never heard that phrase, that is how to act, behave when you're online, specifically when you're taking an online course. So look for that link. Again, the way to find links would be to uh, just click on this column over to the left here, or one of the links in the column to the left, and you will see the content for a given week. And anything that, sometimes it may just be a message that I've typed in there of something that you should think about or be doing. Other times it's a YouTube video from other sources, or maybe one that I've made. We'll have a good mixture of things. Um, and lastly, I prefer that you communicate with me through the course messages link, which is here. It's below week 16 in Blackboard. So you would click there, click that little hyperlink, and it will take you to the messages section. And it should be specific to your inbox and sent box only. Um, So, and it should be, if I'm not mistaken, it should be specific to this course only. So if you're registered for other courses, you'll have this in those courses separate and apart from what you're doing here. If your other instructors do not have a link separated out for course messages, you can also find course messages by going to the Tools tab, or Tools link, excuse me, and then it is, here we go, course messages. It's the exact same content, and if you'll recall, I had no in and none in my inbox and none in my sent box. It's very early on in the semester. Okay. All right. That's it. Again, my name is Brandon White. My contact information is on the syllabus. I look through here, see what else I may have missed, just to be safe. The content of the course is to be completed in order. It's not a course where you can skip around, and so the way that I handle my courses is I make the each week's content available only when that week arrives. So you will not be able to access week 13 material during week 7. Okay. However, during week 13, you will be able to go back and access week 7's material. You cannot look forward. The material from prior weeks will always be there for you to review. However, we will not be going back to review it or to test on the material from prior weeks. And as I said earlier, you will not be given the opportunity to retake tests or extension of time to take quizzes because of the initial amount of time that is allowed to take them. Again, my feeling is that a week to take a quiz that you would normally only be allowed one course or one class session worth of time to be able to take, which is two and a half hours. So yeah, 2.5 hours. So a week to take that same type of quiz or test is more than sufficient. So stay on top of it. I don't want to have to, at the end of the semester, tell you, no, I'm sorry. I feel for students that want to make good grades, but if part of entrepreneurship is taking the initiative and doing what is required. Um, some of it is figuring things. Another part of entrepreneurship is figuring things out on your own. I'm going to do my best to provide you with guidance because that's what is required. However, you need to take the initiative and do things and figure things out. If you have questions, that doesn't mean that you can't come to me and ask. I am available. I do not. I'm not full time at Wallace State, so I do not have an office on campus. However, I am available through the course message system, as well as I have posted my personal cell phone in the syllabus. So you're welcome to contact me. I may not answer when you call. I may have something else going on, but my goal is to get back with you within 24 hours. Um, so that's that. All right. So the course has to be completed in the order that it shows up in Blackboard. Uh, let's see. The quizzes are you can consider them to be open book quizzes. If you choose to use the textbook while taking the exam, that's fine. My only goal is that you know and understand the material. This is not like a math question where entrepreneurship is a little bit different. It's not like a math question where you have to figure out an answer. With entrepreneurship, there can be a number of different answers or solutions to a problem, and so even though the quizzes will generally be single answer questions, there will be some questions that require input, and the exact answer will not come from the book. It's going to require you to actually think. All right, that's that. We talked about the rubric for grading of content. Talked about discussion boards. Um, Feedback. If you come across quiz questions that are incorrect, they're worded in a way that are confusing, and it could be more than one answer, and you're uncertain. I want to hear from you. I want that feedback. I feel like I'm very fair, and will work with you to help you. I want you to learn the content. I want you to learn this material, and if you so desire, I want you to be successful small business owners of your own, because it's my belief that we need more well-run small businesses out there. Um, so, with that goal in mind, I need to hear from you when things are wrong. I also want to hear from you on ways that you see uh, the courses could be improved. Um, it may not benefit you in this semester, that change, or the other students that are going through this cohort with you. However, if we can make these courses better for future students that are going through these same courses, then our whole society benefits, and that's a goal of mine as well. So I welcome the feedback on how to make these courses better. Um, I don't feel like I have all the answers. I hope that you feel the same way, and that you welcome guidance and uh, constructive criticism and feedback. And I am certainly the same way. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. I think I have covered everything for this introduction. Again, if you have questions, contact me sooner rather than later. That is the best way to show me that you are interested in doing well in this course. Um, and with that, we will end here.